This is a tour of cabin 5237 on Carnival Panorama, one of the most desirable cabins on the entire ship because this is one of only 23 Havana Cabanas on the ship. These Havana Cabanas are unique because instead of having a traditional balcony, they have a patio with a swing. But more importantly, from the gate on the patio, you are just steps away from the quiet, uncrowded Havana sun deck and pool area, which features 2 hot tubs and a swimming pool that are solely for the use of guests who have booked cabins in the Havana area of the ship. We'll talk more about that in a minute. First, let's take a close look at the cabin itself. The main features of the cabin are a bed, a couch, a desk, a television, several closets, a bathroom with a shower, and the patio. But let's look at each of those things a little more in depth, starting with the couch. There's a little more to it than first meets the eye. Underneath the couch, you have 2 large drawers, a great place to store things out of view. There's also storage space under the bed, large enough to stash 3 large suitcases out of view. There's also more going on at the desk area than first meets the eye. Underneath the desk, there's a refrigerator, which is empty, so you can put anything you want in there. At the desk, there are 2 USB charging ports, 2 American-style power outlets, and a European-style power outlet, too. But it's odd that over by the bed, there aren't any power outlets or USB charging ports at all. None on either side of the bed. Most new cruise ships have those now, so it's really odd not to see them in these Havana Cabanas. There are 3 empty shelves above the desk, great for storing things out in plain sight rather than hidden away in a drawer. And to the right of the desk are those 3 big closets with lots of storage space for things you do want to hide out of view. The left closet has a couple of shelves, a safe, and 3 drawers. The center closet is where you'll hang things up. If you want, you can pull this shelf down to divide the center closet into 2 halves. The right closet is a good place to hang full-length items like these bathrobes that Carnival provides. There is also a mirror on the door of this closet. Now, let's take a look inside the bathroom. If you've sailed with Carnival in recent years, there will be no surprises here. The bathroom design has been fairly consistent on Carnival ships for quite some time. Notice that the shower has a shower curtain, not a glass door. There's a retractable laundry line inside the shower, great for hanging your swimsuit to dry. And I really like that inside the shower are dispensers with shower gel and conditioning shampoo, so there's no need to bring those with you. On the left side of the sink, there are 3 shelves for storage, plus a magnified makeup mirror. And on the right side of the sink, 3 more shelves. Underneath the sink, you'll find extra toilet paper and Kleenex. Above the sink, an outlet for an electric shaver. Notice that it's 2-prong, not 3-prong, so you can't plug in anything heavy-duty like electric curlers or a blow dryer. If you bring anything like that with you, use them at the desk. I do want to make you aware that if having a much nicer bathroom and shower is something that you'd be willing to pay extra for, you might want to consider booking a Havana Suite instead of a Havana Cabana. There are 4 Havana Suites on Carnival Panorama. I've stayed in Havana Suites several times before. The big bathroom with a gigantic shower that is large enough for 2 people to share is quite luxurious. I'm putting a link up in the corner of the screen to a video I made on a previous cruise, which gives you a full tour of a Havana Suite. So that's the tour of cabin 5237 on Carnival Panorama, one of only 23 Havana Cabanas on the ship. There are a lot of different types of cabins on this ship in a big range of price points. For my money, the Havana Cabanas are the way to go. You get full access to the Havana pool, hot tubs, sun deck, and the outdoor Havana bar. It's a little slice of paradise. On sunny, warm sea days, I'm out here all day, only leaving the Havana area at meal times and then in the evenings for entertainment. My wife always loves to stay in a Havana Cabana because she loves the swing on the patio. If you're an affluent traveler, consider a Havana Suite. If you're on a tight budget but still want access to the Havana area, consider an inside Havana cabin. No balcony, no patio, not even windows, but you still get full access to the Havana pool area. But if you're not on a super tight budget, I think the Havana Cabanas are the best way to go.